Hello, I'm Gary Schotten, and I'm here as a part of Inspiring Better Business IBB Talks. All of us that are in business have one problem, if you want to call it a problem. We need customers. Without customers, we're not in business, whether it's a service or product. And we're going to title this talk, Vote with Your Feet. And you're going to hear from me some thoughts and ideas about how you make sure that your customers are coming to your door and bringing other people with them without a lot of expense. You see, you can, in essence, waste a lot of money in marketing if you're not careful and if you don't have a way of knowing how you're doing right now with what you're doing at the moment. And you've been with me long enough to know that I'm an individual that talks about starting small and growing step by step and testing as you go and not growing too fast. But still, here's the problem. You grow to a certain size and you're expecting those customers to come to fill their orders in whatever you have to offer. Now, the most common way is to get feedback from your customers. It's critical. But the way you get feedback could make a big difference. I'm not against surveys. I'm not against an evaluation. And even if you give me a little prize or a little extra money or something to fill out a survey, I'm not sure that I've always been totally honest when I filled out the survey. Because, you know, this was an individual that probably had a bad day that day. I don't want to, even if it's anonymous, I'm not the complainer. I don't want to make that person be demoted. I know that all fives, at times I'm asked, hey, could you give me a survey? And all fives, 5 stars would be perfect. They're asking for a 5-star perfect report, probably because if they get even one less than 5 stars, they probably got to have a reason, an answer for that. I understand that. So even though surveys are very, very important, I don't think I could put all of my trust in the statistics from a survey. Or maybe an interview. We have people that leave our company and we try to do an exit interview. And unless that person's really honest and we kind of dig, you really don't know some of the things. And maybe they don't never tell you why they really left, why the customer really left if you get to talk to them. Now, all this is good, the surveys is good, but the real question is, will the customer come back? If they need milk, they're probably going to need buy milk pretty well once a week. If they have a family, maybe more often. So when they start buying milk, and they bought milk from me one time and they don't come back, they have voted with their feet. If, in my case, I have metal parts, you see behind me, I have a manufacturing company, and so once the customer stopped ordering, or the orders slowed down other than just an economic turndown, my customer is voting with their feet by not taking actions and placing orders. And I better be in touch with this, especially as the owner. Now, as the owner, I personally want to be, as much as possible, the first-hand knowledge. You see, I can delegate somebody to call and fill out a survey and maybe call my customers back. And that's true. Time's valuable. My time's valuable. But as much as possible, I want to be the one, in this case, taking some of the surveys or being involved with the surveys, involved with knowing whether the customer is happy when they leave. I might want to delegate something else like my accounting or maybe the responsibilities of ordering materials or something else with the company. Let somebody else do that so I have some firsthand, upfront, in touch with my customer. I have 2 very large customers, and we're working on 2 more very large customers with this company. Frankly, they don't want to talk to anybody but me. I'm the owner. They don't want to talk to a middle person, so that's good. But I go regularly to their office on a scheduled basis, and I hear my own ears and watch their eyes and their attitude and the general atmosphere of the meeting tells me a lot. And when we hear that somebody's not happy, I'm the one that needs to know that, and I don't know that I would get that back if I said, hey, how'd the meeting go? Oh, it was great. I don't think I would always get the same information as if I'm not there myself. So it's not something that you should always delegate 100%. The customer is giving you all kinds of signals if you're just listening. I mean, really listening. Again, I mentioned just little things, their attitude, their voice, their concentration on you, just even the tones of their voice. Start becoming a student of people and becoming able to judge. I mean, all of us that are married know when our wife or spouse is not happy with us. We know that. It's not always in their words. We can tell there's just a little different attitude, and that's what you want to look for in your customers. Well, let me talk about a local restaurant. It's a restaurant that I frequent quite often. In fact, I know the receptionist when I walk in, and this is a big restaurant, lots of people, hundreds of people every day. And I don't go that often, but when I walk, they say, "Hello, Gary." Okay, I guess I'd go there a little more than most people, but it might be even once a month sometimes. They'll say, "Hi, Gary, welcome back." And it's the same person, of course. They don't pass my name around. But here, let me tell you why I'm happy with that restaurant and why I vote when I go out to eat, especially with my customers or a friend or something to talk about IBB Talks. Here's some of the things that make me happy about that restaurant. I'm voting, in this case, by driving my car, that's with my feet, and walking in the front door. First of all, it's very convenient. Its location is perfect. I can get to it, turn off the road, and now it's not the only thing about it, but it is a nice thing because it's not something that I have to lose a lot of time getting there. When I get there, they're organized, and I'm almost promptly seated if there's a table, and if I'm not, they're very honest about this will be a 10-minute wait, and it's not longer than 10 minutes. And then all the way down the line, the serving portions are very generous for the price that's offered. And the attitude from the waitresses and waiters is very appealing. And I tip them. I guess maybe that's kind of why they might remember my name. I don't know. That'll help. But I vote with my feet, and I bring tons of people with me. Every time I come, I mention, man, this is a great place to get to. The portions are great. Anything on the menu has been great. I haven't found a single thing that's not good. Pick something. It'll be good. And the price is fair. It's something I'm happy to pay based on the service I get. Now, we're in a different era, and I say vote with our feet. We have a newcomer in the retail, and they're called Amazon. And Amazon Prime is an amazing organization now in the United States where if I want something, almost anything, I can find it on Amazon Prime. I can literally do all the research that I want to do very easily, with not in depth, but the amount of research that I want, and make my selection, and with one touch I put it in my shopping cart, and one touch I say I'll buy it, and one finger swipe confirms the purchase, and it says, "Thank you, your order has been placed. It will be at your front door tomorrow afternoon before 2 o'clock, and there it is." Oh my goodness, retail is up against a giant, and everybody knows it. I'm voting with my fingers over and over. By the way, my wife is very skilled at this also, and I may have 2 or 3, either Amazon delivery, FedEx delivery, UPS delivery, all in the same day, and she's not buying that much. I was almost appalled. They delivered a box with less than $10 because she wanted some fly swatters. Free delivery. I don't understand it, but I'm voting with my finger. Well, I'm enjoying this. Look at your business. You need customers. You need repeat customers. You need them to come back over and over. You need to know their name if they're a repeat. You need to show them favor. You need to have a first-hand touch with your customers at least a good part of the time so that you know every time they make a purchase, they voted yes for you. Thank you for being a part of Inspiring Better Business.